Kardasim Podcast.
The Kardasim Podcast.
The Kardasim Podcast. Listen if you want to.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Kardasim Podcast. How is everybody?
I'm doing great.
Oh, that's to us. Yeah, I am so
it's
No, it
always
wasn't
to
actually.
us.
It was to the audience. But now I'm asking, how are you two as well?
Wow.
Since you want to make it about you, I guess you don't care about
I mean,
our
well,
audience,
can't you?
but,
You would think you would say it to your host first as like a courtesy.
Yeah, because we're
No.
actually here with you.
No.
All I'll say to that is objection.
Okay,
Great.
Kim, we know you
So-
graduated.
I am so
Congratulations.
smart. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know you did. Oh,
I'm
that's
like
cool.
this close to be. I'm like 5 miles away from being a lawyer
You
because
know,
that's where the office is. 5
Add a
miles
couple of
away.
zeros to that, bitch. Anyway,
some
so-
people slip through the cracks. It happens.
yeah, the system is flawed and we all know it.
And
Anyway,
I'm here to fix
so
it.
okay, so I guess that's what's up with you, living in delusion. What about you,
Yeah.
Courtney? What about you? What have you been up to? I know we weren't on last month, but that's because you guys got 2 episodes in March, so we weren't on in
Yeah.
April, but we're here now. So don't fret.
Yesterday, I went to the beach and had a nice natural tan.
Oh, really? Natural.
Natural.
Who
Yeah.
does natural tans in Los Angeles?
You know, and yeah, somewhere in Los
Natural
Angeles there
anything.
is
That's why I
a
did
tanning
it, 'cause
place
it's
called
unique.
there is a tanning place called the Beach, and I think that's where Courtney went.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't even go there.
It's there on Wilson
I have
Boulevard.
a spray tan person who comes in. Yeah. I have a spray tan person who comes in and does it. They set up and everything. It's the thing that they
at
do.
your house.
Yeah, it's a thing that they legit do. I'm sure.
That's
I'm sure you've
so
had it done
dirty.
before.
That is
Kim.
You had
so
them
dirty.
bring the whole big machine to your house.
It's not a big machine. It's just an airbrush, and then you get in a tent. Like literally, that's
I
it.
prefer
But you want to get
discretion.
your rays and your damaged skin. Go ahead, Courtney. I'll let you do that.
It went very well, and nothing
Did
was
it?
damaged.
I'll be the judge of that. Can you see?
I mean, you look really dark, so
Thank you.
All right. Well, yeah. And as for me, I'm just trying to, keep my head above water, as they say in
What?
these times. I have.
What are you
I'm
talking
I
doing my
promise you
own-
were
I'm
not
doing-
affected.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm talking about emotionally. It's not all about money, Kim. I'm talking about emotions.
Is
I'm trying to
it?
keep my head above water. Is anybody else in the audience? Leave me a comment. Are you trying to keep your head above
Are
water?
you drowning?
What are you
Yeah.
even talking about?
Being a fire and survivor,
Oh my
it's
God.
hard sometimes.
You had to ask Courtney.
You love
Being-
to play that card.
Being the strongest is not the easiest. So
You
anyway,
know,
I
you
just
say
wanted.
fighter and survivor, I say
Mm.
victimhood.
Well, listen. Sometimes you start as a victim, but then you grow. And to all the
No,
victims out there, I
no.
You-
see you.
okay.
Please don't
No,
listen
that
to
is
Kim.
not what
Please
I
don't
meant.
listen to Kim.
No.
You,
And she wants to be a
Okay.
lawyer. Anyway, thank you so much for
I
everybody who's continued to
advocation
support.
for a lot of victims.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. And you create them too. Thank you so much for everybody who's been continuing to listen to podcasts throughout this year. So far, the podcast, I think you guys are liking it, and we're just going to keep going with it. So
Yeah,
thank
and
you.
all-time listens, we've reached 10 million. So thank you for that.
Is that true?
Yeah,
the
like I
producer never
forgot
told
to
me.
tell you.
that's
yeah.
crazy.
That's kind of big, and I can't
Yeah,
believe the
that's kind of
producer
big
didn't tell.
information.
Oh my God.
that we were
okay,
left.
like I forgot.
We were
I
left
got
out
an
of the
email.
loop there.
I got an email
Well, I
and
don't
I
expect
forgot.
you to remember.
Kim, when did you get the email? What's the date?
It was like 2 weeks ago.
Great. Anyway, so thank you so much for that. Literally, so if I didn't say thank you, I wouldn't have known that. But anyway,
And thank you for giving
Yeah.
our first million views on one of our videos on
yes,
the
on our
Kardashians.
Kardasim channel, it's our super engine that has
Yes.
years and years of
Yeah,
that
it's not
could
the
put
little-
into it.
Yeah, it's not the
Um,
little engine that could. It's literally the engine that should
Yeah,
have
it's
been
the
going.
engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
Speaking of
sitting there.
engines, it was when we took our road trip.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And you got that to 1 million views. So
That was a
thank you.
traumatic experience, but it was a great time. Memories, right? Anyway, so we're alive again, so it's fine. Anyway, so what I wanted to say is that speaking of our fans, we have a little shout out to give to some fan art, and it says it's a fan art of Cupcake and Billy, so I think this is gonna be good, whatever.
This
it
is probably based off of
Interesting.
the Squid Game 2 over
Yeah,
on
we
those
weren't in
twins
that.
channel, Prudence
Yeah,
and
we weren't
Zach.
in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the twins. Or are they not twins? I think they're not twins, are they? Or are
I
they
don't think
twins?
they
They're
are,
not.
but I know
We
they
could
hate
just
it
make
when
we
yeah.
officially know they're not
Okay,
twins.
they're
Yeah.
not twins. We have to stop spreading that
They're
rumor.
But we
unofficial twins, but I love to with them
yeah, we
and
like
say
to
that
call
Mhm.
they
them
are.
twins anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, their mom was nice, right? Their mom was very nice. We got to meet her,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I work for her, and
Even
she's the
though
best, right? Say she's the best.
even though
We're
your
not
drink
gonna
almost
kiss
killed
up.
her.
Yeah, and that was totally on you, Chloe.
Oh, kiss my ass. That
It
was on
was
you,
totally
bitch.
on
I'm
you.
so glad we
But
could
if
talk
you need
about
a
this now.
lawyer to
I'm
sue that
so glad we could talk
bartender,
about this now.
if
Oh,
you
no,
need
it's
a lawyer to
You
sue the
summoned the
bartender.
bartender to come over
I summoned the
because
bartender to
it
Yeah,
come
was
over
your
so
with my
drink.
you are
drink, but
kind of
what happened? An
liable.
irresponsible bitch, like we saw in that videotape, left her disgusting beverage behind, which almost killed Prudence and Zach's mom. So you get
Actually,
off
there's
my
no
case.
way
You
to know.
sabotaging bitch.
There's no way to know that was glow, glow, glow that Nari drank. Okay, that could
Okay,
have been
okay.
easily the booty booty
Well,
pop juice.
What you did was try to rip off a beverage that was gonna be a hit,
No,
but you ruined it, and now I gotta work my way
absolutely
back up the
not.
ranks and get back in graces with Nari. So
I have
anyway,
yeah,
never.
that night probably didn't end well for you,
it didn't end
Chloe.
well, but honey, I'm still the top paying spokesperson, so I'm still gonna make my way up, and I'm trying to keep my head above water. Hint, hint. Anyway, so back to some good things. We have some fan art here
Yes,
by and it's a traditional piece. Oh my goodness, I think they're recreating the moment of when
the
Billy
moment.
screamed "Cupcake,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then Cupcake was like ah when she
Y-
died.
yep.
That was such
That's
a
a
sad, dramatic moment in
that's a
that
good
episode.
reenactment.
It
That
was?
is. Yeah,
Oh,
that
thanks.
was eerily close.
Oh, thanks. Spider-Man. Anyway, so it's really cool. I love this. And this was
Yeah.
created
This
by
is
XIANSY.
Zion Sai.
Zion Sai?
Vines,
And
Yes.
they're also requesting that we make Who's the Smartest a longer segment.
No. Don't get what is it?
thank you for
Bossy.
shouting out my segment, though. You're
Wow.
welcome.
And
What's the
again,
word?
left to Philadelphia
I don't know, but you get what you get, honey. Okay. This isn't an all you can eat buffet, all right? We do what we
on
can.
special episodes. We always make the segments longer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's
So,
that.
all right. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
This is
thanks for the
beautiful.
fan art, taking
And
your
Thank
I,
time
you.
to do it.
and I
Love the
have a
tears.
exactly, and I have a special place in my heart for traditional work.
Yeah,
So
we
I
love
love that.
traditional art.
We love it all,
Yeah.
but I love that traditional. Also, so we have another shout out. It says shout out from someone who left a message with their merch purchase. You can leave
Yeah, you
comments.
guys can leave thank you
Oh,
notes when
okay.
you purchase.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a shout out to Joshua who purchased the Kardasim's watermelon hoodie. And he said, "Hello, Kardasim family. All of you are so watermelon, even Kim." Wait,
Yeah.
even?
That's good. Okay, continue.
Mm-hmm.
Question: which characters in SpongeBob SquarePants describe your family? Love you.
Sponge
Which
Who in SpongeBob?
characters?
I think
SpongeBob is Sandy. I'm Sandy for sure.
no, I'm Sandy.
No, I'm
No,
Sandy.
literally
Sandy is
because
a fighter and survivor. I'm
no,
Sandy.
Sandy's a scientist and she's like she
You're not a
invents stuff.
scientist. You're not
I
a
invent
scientist.
things
I
and
don't
it's
know
a
if it'd be
science.
any of us.
It's a science to
Courtney
make
is Squidward.
yeah, Courtney's Squidward.
Kim's
Fine.
like Patrick.
No,
I would
I
say
am
I would say Chloe is Patrick because you're big and you protect us.
I would say Chloe is
Because you're a
Mr.
fighter and
Ain't
Krabs.
no
survivor,
I
Patrick.
would
right?
say I would say Chloe is Pearl. That's Mr. Krabs' daughter, and she's
Wow.
a big ass whale.
Wow, a big ass beautiful well. And yeah, you know what I am Pearl because people oh, you know
Because
what
you're annoying and you yell a lot.
Kim is actually Mr. Krabs because she'll do anything
No,
for money and
that's
she
mom.
no, I don't. Then who do you think you are, Kim? But you ain't Sandy.
I am Sandy. I am
Sandy's way too
Sandy.
brave, smart. You are not
And those
Sandy.
are
So
me. It's brave to be a
Oh, I know
lawyer.
who
It's
Kim. I
brave
know who
to
Kim
own.
is. She's Plankton. She thinks that she does good things, but she's actually evil. Like you are evil. You invent things that hurt people, and you come up with your reasons for why you do it.
Are you trying to say I'm trying to steal?
You're trying to steal formulas.
No, absolutely not.
You're
I
you're
object.
fucking Plankton, you
yeah, that
bitch.
sounds pretty accurate.
You're plankton. I might be a whale, honey, but I'm a beautiful whale with red ruby lips. You are plankton. Like, seriously, the chum bucket
The chum
is
bucket.
the
First of
scum
all, in
bucket.
defense of plankton, the chum bucket
Yeah, you defend yourself,
gets a
bitch.
lot of business. And
No, it
Oh,
have
shit.
you
it
ever
gets it
thought
gets stupid people going in there knowing good and well they
have you
shouldn't.
ever thought that plankton was the first one to actually have a successful business and then the Krabby Patty stole everything from them?
Literally, that did not
It
happen.
literally did. I'm pretty
Anyway,
sure it's
Oh.
canon.
Plankton. Okay, so Squidward, Pearl, and Plankton. Okay. And mom is Mr. Krabs. Um, okay. So let's move on to segment 1, listener response. You left your questions and comments for us at simgmproductions.com/podcast, and now we are responding.
Are you trying to sound like an AI?
It was well done.
I am an AI, bitch. We're
No,
all
but
artificial intelligence.
like another type of AI, not a Sims AI, but like a different
Like a
AI.
stupid one.
Yeah.
Mm. No, I'm just trying to make sure that everybody can understand and I don't read it too fast because you guys don't like when I read it too fast. So it's going to be robotic from now on. How about that?
Fine with me.
First
That
one is
works
from,
because you have no heart
you
anyways.
know what works is you shutting the hell up. Let me read. Okay, first one. Kylie is more famous. Okay, maybe we
That's
should
their
skip
name.
this.
Yeah, we should skip this.
But I'll read it, even though they're clearly misunderstood on how to spell Chloe. Okay. Hello to the most watermelon and successful sisters ever, Courtney, Kylie, and Courtney. Again.
They
Thank
misspelled
you.
my name.
Okay. Courtney, I guess they really like you, huh?
It's obvious.
Trash. Chloe is sour watermelon, I guess. I'm here to confront your lame ass sister, Kimberly, or whatever her name was. I mean,
Was.
that's the longer version of it, but I'm gonna call you Kimberly from now on the rest of this podcast.
I
And
Oh,
mean,
her
that's my name, but like, don't.
okay, Kimberly. And her lame excuse of what she calls a business so you can knock her back into the glass door like you did when you had that sleepover. Ah, good
Do you
time.
that
know
was
how long I
iconic.
was in the hospital for pulling shards of glass out of my
Oh,
ass?
you're in there for like 3 hours, okay?
The surgeons
Yeah.
pulled it out, not you.
And an hour was a wait and you couldn't sit. So
Yeah.
I was there with you the whole time.
Even when you're in Los Angeles and you have like the stature that we have, like this in the status
Mm.
stuff, you have to like wait when you get there. I had glass
Or
coming
maybe
out
they
of
made you wait because you have a lot of people coming in that facility for.
I
you know.
had glass coming. It was at Cedar Sinai, and
Mhm.
I had glass sticking out of my ass, and I
Uh-huh.
couldn't sit. I could barely move, and they were just like, "Oh, you'll have to wait." So yeah, the
Yeah.
wait was like an
That's what
hour.
they do.
And
Mhm.
Chloe left like 5 minutes in because she didn't like to wait.
I was hungry. Like,
Oh
we
my
hadn't
God. They
had dinner
had a
for the sleepover.
cafeteria
I
there.
called her and,
Yeah, I went to the
invited her
cafeteria. I
to.
wasn't gonna wait in
Oh,
there.
I
Like, what am I
thought.
gonna do?
Well, yeah, that was the lie. But I called you and we went out to dinner.
No, we didn't.
Wow. You actually left?
It's
I
time you
came
knew
back
the
when they got the
truth.
shards out of your ass, okay? And
Yeah,
that's what
you
counts.
were. Yeah, we were there when you woke up.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
it was
God.
awful. It was just awful. Anyway,
It's
Yeah,
tell
we
me
called
worried about you
why.
the
choral
whole
support. You
time.
couldn't offer me
We
choral
worried about you the
support.
whole time while we were at dinner.
I'm gonna continue reading this, okay? Tell me why I ordered the glow, glow, glow hair dye in the shade Better Blonde Than Chloe. Okay, wow.
That
Which
doesn't
was
have to be you, Chloe. There's so many Chloes out there.
okay, sure. Which was an odd choice of a name since we all know Chris does blonde hair the best.
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
Wow.
wow. Okay, lies. And it was radioactive. That makes sense. My
Well, the
hair,
question mark is there for a reason.
yeah. No, my hair was literally burning off my scalp and got shriveled up so much they looked like spaghetti noodles. And the girl had the audacity to put a permanent black marker in the box to apply for the roots of my hair.
That
That's
was a
unique.
dye pen. It wasn't a permanent marker. It's a dye
So
pen.
you say.
Girl, what fucking roots when you made me completely bald? I tried to ask customer support for help, and
Good
all
luck
they
with
sent
that.
me was a can of orange soda that was half full. Like, what the hell?
Well, you have to pay extra for a full can.
Wow.
How is it gonna help?
You
Like, what is it
drink
gonna
it.
do? Drink it
You
and like,
drink it
Have you
and
never
what?
been thirsty in your life?
thankfully, I ordered from No 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 and Kylie Rocks. Kylie Rocks is still around.
I guess.
I thought I shut that down. I thought it got shut down. Like,
Uh huh.
Welcome.
I got from Kylie Rocks, and it was able to reverse these damages. This is why Courtney and Kylie are the best business owners.
That's
Courtney
right.
was so kind, she even sent me an HD extended clip of Kimberly crying and Chloe getting hit with a shopping cart during my healing process.
Whatever works.
How kind, Courtney. You're such a giver.
I love
I'd
how you're catching strays in this, Chloe.
Well, we're both catching strays, plankton.
I'm not. My product did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, damaged.
Make them viral.
I advise you to please make a burning glow 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 product segment on your podcast from Courtney's number one supporter.
See what they
So
don't.
you want to hear me burning glow 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 products? I
I
might
mean,
die.
I'm here for it.
Our products are not flammable, so good luck with that. What I
Sure.
will say
Yeah,
though,
they cause the flame,
what I will say,
but the product stays, but everything else catches on fire.
Glow 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 can make things flammable, but it's not flammable, and there's a difference.
Yes, there is a
I don't know how
difference.
that's
What I will
possible.
say,
People, hair.
we have different glow hair dyes, and specifically the Better Blonde Than Chloe has two versions. There's the regular blonde version, and then there's the Italian blonde version.
Uh-huh.
And
Italian.
yeah, and this person obviously got the Italian brand version. And it's very important that when you do that, you have to be prepared because it's meant for people who like spaghetti. And
That
that's why your hair turns into spaghetti noodles and then you appetite bone.
That is the stupidest thing you have ever said, and I think you're lying, first of all.
No,
I think
it's
you're
literally
100% lying, and I
it's
think that
literally
product
on the
name,
She's
both
box.
product names, one that doesn't exist, is both
the
very
Italian the
stupid.
Italian flag is on there. You could see the beautiful red, white, and blue.
Well, they didn't
And
get
then
that one, bitch. They got the Chloe, they got the stupid one that's making fun of my
Well,
beautiful
Kim
natural
said there's
blonde
two
hair.
versions.
Yeah,
there's
she
two
said there's
versions.
two versions, and I don't
There's
believe
one
the other
that's
version
like just a
exists.
straight up dirty blonde, and then there's another one that is a slightly more blonde.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
First of all, you're associating Italians with with spaghetti just because.
Yeah, they made it.
I know they made it, you stupid bitch, but why does it have to be like spaghetti? Like
When Italians look up at their flag that, like I said, the beautiful red, white, and blue,
They think of spaghetti.
and they think of spaghetti, and I'm like, I can do that.
the beautiful
I
red,
can
white, and
product.
blue.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't believe you, and I think that you're trying to cover up for your stupid product, both which are stupid, by the way.
It's
Point
labeled.
is, whatever product you
This
use,
could
you
end
caused this, Kim.
this
You.
could end world hunger, this kind of product. There's going to be a lot of bald people, but there's going to be
So
a
what's
lot
the
of
permanent marker for, bitch? What is that for?
well, in the one box
For
there
the
is a
spaghetti version. What's that for?
no, it's actually a saucepan for that one.
Okay, we're moving on. You are
A
so full of shit.
saucepan.
You are
Yeah, a
so
saucepan. So if you're looking for some sort of sauce to go on your spaghetti, it's in that pan.
you are so stupid. You're saying you can end world hunger, yet people, what, you think people are going to eat each other's hair?
Yeah, they're gonna eat hair
They
spaghetti.
can eat their
Just
own
because
hair.
it looks like burnt app spaghetti doesn't mean that it's going to cure world hunger.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
gonna
there's
forget
gonna,
about
like I
being
said,
bald and just eat the spaghetti because
Yeah,
you're not going to be,
hair.
you won't be hungry anymore, but you will be bald. And wouldn't you rather be bald than hungry? That's a tagline.
I still don't see how it helps. You dumbass.
It stops hunger. You get to eat.
What if
So
you're
you're telling me
already?
that it
What if
actually
you're?
turns your
You
scalp into
just need to
spaghetti, like real
you
spaghetti, not the illusion of spaghetti.
and in order to do that, all you have to do is spend a small fee of, and this is a good price, 59.99.
No.
So
Yes.
5,999.
$599, even less. Yeah, see, I see it's even less than what you think, Courtney.
What we're gonna do is move on. I would apologize, but you ordered the one that was supposedly the Chloe's like least like bad blonde hair version, so you can eat rocks. Okay, next one is by Jonathan
Robles.
Rub
Robles.
Robles
That sounds
Robles.
sexier.
Robles. That's not a Z, it's an S, Courtney. Anyway, love you. With maybe I have to read it. Hello to the most watermelon sisters, Kim, Chloe, and Courtney. I love you all, and I don't hate one like most listeners. Wow, this is the
Thank
exact
So
opposite.
you.
sweet.
This is the exact opposite of the last one. That favored the the mean one. I hope you three are having a good day, and I know you're busy, so I'll make my question quick. I love those. For my question, I want to know if you three ever had the chance to have a fairy godmother. Who would it be and why? Oh, it can. Should we answer that first? Oh, wait, no. It can be family members or celebrities. Up to you. This is also one of the few times I'm writing as a day one listener.
Oh
Wow.
wow. So
Uh,
I knew I loved you for a reason.
you've
you're a
been hiding out.
GO.
Thank you, guys. And stay watermelon. Hashtag glow 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 is I ain't
Oh
gonna
my
read.
God. Glow 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 is the
Oh
best.
no.
Say it loud and proud.
Hashtag glow 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 is the best. Kim is the best sister. Hashtag no 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 is cool. Hashtag I love booty booty pop juice. Hashtag orange soda is the best.
Oh my God.
So
We're
I agree and
winning.
disagree with some of those
By
hashtags.
we're
yeah, so
winning, I mean
Jonathan,
I'm
you had me
winning.
to the end. Like I think there's such a thing as toxic positivity, and honey, you radiate it. I mean, like toxic positivity is a great thing, but like when you are trying to say something is good when it isn't, like
But you are saying something. So it's not toxic. It's literally just positivity.
yeah. But go go go
Thank
is the best.
you.
I don't know. Like let's not. Anyway,
Let's tell the truth.
no. Anyway, but thank you,
I
Jonathan. I appreciate
but
that.
as for the godmother thing,
Yes, godmother thing.
I would just be my own godmother.
I was just about to
Have
say,
those
can I be
powers, yeah.
I if the godmother had to grant my wishes, then I would make it be Chloe or Courtney so that they're forced to do what I asked them to do.
Wow.
But if I
Because
was to have
isn't
my own,
that what a fairy godmother is? Aren't they a slave at the end of the day?
yeah, but I'd find a way to ruin your wishes. Kind of like
No,
bedazzled, like Sim bedazzled or something like that.
Well, bedazzled is the devil.
Yeah.
but she isn't.
Yeah, but I'm talking about what they did in that movie is that they made it so that the wishes were ruined somehow, and that's what I would do.
You wouldn't be able to
Sounds
ruin it
good.
for me. Because
Yes, I would because I would give you what you want, but I'd find a way to make it work.
I would turn it into a positive.
Anyway, who would I make be my fairy godmother? Well, we did an episode one time where it was fairy tales or whatever. But that was different. I think for me it would be like I don't know if it'd be anybody in the family. Maybe I'd make it someone like, hmm, would
The
it be a
Nicki
guy?
Minaj.
Nikki? No, I don't know. I feel like she wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah, she literally just would not.
What if
Kendall
it was
would
like
probably
someone
be a
like
good.
Lana? That would be funny because Lana would be like all spiritually, be like
Yeah.
spiritually, I'm here, I'm your
Yeah,
godmother.
that might work.
Yeah, I don't talk to Lana often. I really don't. And I haven't done too many episodes with her, but yeah,
What if she started granting wishes for herself, though?
as long as she doesn't take away my wishes, she can do whatever she wants, except for wishing she wasn't my godmother.
Madonna would be a good one.
Huh? Madonna?
Yeah.
Nah, she's too queen for that.
She's wise though.
What if you were like, oh, Madonna, I wish I had some french fries right now? And then she'd be like, those are bad calories. Okay. And then
Yeah.
like not give you the french fries,
That
but
would be
give you like,
lame.
She'd give you like sweet potato French fries, which actually for you, Courtney, you probably wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that's actually delicious.
You like sweet potato
Well, just
fries?
healthy
They're
stuff,
healthier.
like healthy food.
That's why I look better than both of you.
Okay.
That's funny with your burnt skin.
With your natural tan.
Yeah, whatever.
Like we're supposed to believe
it'll
Just
get
that.
because
better.
your hands don't have like a weird tan on the palms, okay, doesn't
Yeah.
make you any
Doesn't make
better.
you better. Does not make you better. Like grow up.
Anyway,
Yeah, you could keep thinking that.
all right, let's get to the third one and last one in this segment. Stan Luna. We know Stan Luna, don't we?
Yes. Yeah, we do.
It'll be a
Yes.
great one.
Yeah, we know Stan Luna. How are you, Stan Luna? Yes. Hello, Kardasim. Hello again, Stan Luna. I
Hi, Stan Luna.
recently bought the No Court box with a full size
What?
tennis court inside.
What? Courtney.
Are we
I
shocked?
get it. Tennis court, because it's your name. But
Wow.
Yeah,
like,
get with it.
Yeah, it's court with a
wow.
K though, so that's
3 times the
clever.
size court. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of a regular tennis court?
Yeah.
Let's go
Why
down to
is
the
it
tennis
bigger than what
court.
it needs to be?
Let's go down to the tennis court and talk
Shut
it
up.
out.
You're
Like,
not
yeah.
Lord. You're not Lord.
I know I'm not Lord. What are you talking about? I'm just talking. Courtney, you really put your whole nissy in this product. I will be the next Simrina Williams in no time.
That's right. Practice.
I also bought a set of I also bought a set of glow balls to practice with.
That's right.
However, capital H, however, they are smaller than regular tennis balls and are not bouncy at all. They are also eerily lifelike.
Oh.
Kim, should we order a wellness check on male vanish victims? Excuse me.
First of all,
what did I
That's
just
scary.
read?
that is absolutely untrue and unsustainable. That is definitely
Kim,
not.
are you using
Absolutely
sim
not.
body
Do
parts?
I believe in repurposing? Yes, I do believe in the environment, but I have nothing to do with Vanish. It's literally
I thought
separate.
that
Okay.
video Silence of the Lambs where you were taking, butts and everything was fictional, Kim. I thought that was a movie that you did.
I believe in repurposing, but I have no control over what Vanish does.
Kim,
Now,
you're
has
holding a
Vanish-
stress ball. Is that a stress ball in your
Yeah,
hand?
is that
Yes,
a
it's an
stress ball?
actual stress ball.
It doesn't seem
It's
lifelike.
new in our line of balls that we're having come out.
They're blue. Anyway, this is insane, and I don't know. Listen.
I have no control
Luna?
over. Listen, do they work? Sometimes
Obviously
Vanish.
not. They don't bounce.
They don't bounce. They're not supposed to bounce.
They don't have a
And
sack to
who
bounce
says
in
they're
anymore.
supposed?
Those kind of balls aren't supposed to
Who
bounce.
says they're supposed to bounce anyways in tennis? You're hitting it back and forth. You don't want it to bounce at all.
I think Simrina Williams would have something to say about that, Kim.
Yeah, she would say, "Keep going, Kim."
Snatching balls.
I have no control over what Vanish does.
Oh, so Vanish. How about the creator of Vanish? Who's the
Sometimes-
creator of Vanish, Kim?
I don't know. That's
You do
literally
know, and I think
you
Chloe
do.
with the C and Cortina, those two legends,
literally
wherever
a
they are
mystery.
today, are gonna
It
get to
was
the
a
bottom of
company we
it.
started working with that approached us, and I don't know. Like I
And
only
you signed
speak
an
to their.
agreement
Yeah, I
for you
signed.
guys to
Vanish-
collaborate.
And
Vanish
I
probably
signed a contract.
Vanish probably approached you, which is probably just a normal security, like a security company, and then you turned it into what it became.
They're
Kim.
not just security; they're everything. But I have no control over what they do,
That
who
is
they do
BS.
it to. It's not Britney Spears. It's literally.
Oh my God, that's not who I'm talking
Okay.
about.
You said the initials BS.
That's just because I said the initials did not mean I was referring
It's
to
literally
your
not
bullshit.
what it's literally
Yeah.
not what everybody thinks it is. And isn't bullshit like one word?
I don't know, but people say BS.
Yeah, but isn't it like one word?
Well, 2 syllables.
I don't know. Why would it be one word though?
Like, because
Because bull is a word.
it belongs to the bull.
Anyway, stop trying to
Yeah, you're
avoid it.
diverting. Yeah.
You're disgusting, is what you
First of all,
are.
we have no victims. Vanish has no victims.
Yeah, because they're gone. You can't have victims if they're
Yeah,
gone and
they're
they're vanished.
vanished.
That's the whole
They are
point.
called They worked for us for a time, and then they don't work for us. If anything, they are ex coworkers.
Luna, dispose of those tennis balls immediately. Okay.
We'll work on
Yeah, or send them to a lab.
if you really need tennis balls to bounce, we'll work on that.
Okay.
Great.
That's so watermelon.
Welcome to segment 2. That's so watermelon, where we're given 5 random topics and we decide if each thing is so watermelon or so not watermelon.
Cool.
Why are you making such a disgusted face, Chloe?
I literally am just I am just breathing, bitch.
You're listening,
so
but your
insecure,
eyebrows
Kim.
are like up like, here we
Kim,
go again.
you are so insecure, honey. Even when
No, I'm
nobody's
just-
saying
Yeah,
anything.
you shouldn't be so insecure, Kim.
But
I'm
Kim, if
so
you think that
secure.
we're annoyed, what does that say about you?
I'm so secure. I'm so
Why do you
not
think-
insecure that I'm out secure.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry for listening and breathing. Damn, girl.
First topic, Nepo baby. So watermelon or so not watermelon?
You know, people could say a lot about us, but they can't call us Nepo babies
Yeah,
because
we're
we
not
started.
that.
We may be rich, but we
we
started,
started
from, like,
rich
nothing.
and we were handed things to us, but we're definitely not. And you know
We
what?
didn't utilize what our parents did before us. Like, we created our own thing.
We
is what
did,
I'm
but
saying.
we did use their money.
Yeah, that's different from
Yeah.
using
Yeah.
like getting into doors. Money's
We
different.
had credit cards since we were like 9 months, I want to
Yes.
say.
Yes. But again, that's not being a Nepo baby. That's being a privileged baby. And that's very different from being a Nepo
Yeah,
baby.
but our businesses are our own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we
But
worked
nobody.
hard.
Yeah, but like we created a name for ourselves in what we do, and just being us, honey, we did that. Like being a Nepo baby, like having the name is one thing, but if you are talented, you could do your own thing. You just happen to be a Nepo baby,
And
but
yeah,
you're
and
talented.
if you happen to be one, like own it.
Yeah. And
Say
that's
like
fine.
I'm proud to be a Nepo baby and I've made it even better. Like don't run from it. I think
Yeah.
that's the problem is these people run from it.
The only time I have an issue with Nepo babies is when they literally have zero talent or zero
Yeah.
ability, but they got in because of their name. Like
Yeah.
legit.
And then they don't own it.
Yes.
But that's the problem is the not owning it. Like own it. If you're a Nepo baby and you had like a business handed to you and now you're like in charge, own that.
Yeah.
Just say
we're absolutely not Nepo babies.
We're not. We're not.
We're privileged babies. There's a difference in there. Like
Mhm.
Chloe said, there is a difference. We're
Yeah.
privileged babies. Like, don't get it
Exactly.
twisted. We're better.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't say that.
We're better.
We're not better. I was
Yeah,
just
we're
saying
better.
I would say we're better.
Yeah,
I'm better than
thank
you two, but I'm not saying we're better
We're
than you.
older
know.
and wiser than you, Chloe, and we
And,
know for
honey,
a fact. Yeah, and we
you
know for a
took-
I have less
fact.
wrinkles on my head because of it.
You took all of your cues from us, basically.
Yeah.
I didn't take any of my cutes from you. I'm my own cute.
No, a cute. Oh my God.
Cues.
A
bitch.
cue.
I'm my own cute. We're all cute, but I'm my own cute.
Next topic, April Fools. So watermelon or so not watermelon? I'm going to say so not watermelon.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
gonna
like
you're
it.
say
gonna-
so watermelon.
Well, here's the
Of course you
that's
would.
because you do something every year, but if you are going to
Something
do a
every day.
prank, like why wait for a day? Just do it. Like
Courtney
be a
doesn't.
man.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
April
Courtney
Fools
doesn't.
just celebrates the actions
Idiots.
of fools.
Yeah, listen, April Fools, like in this economy, like nobody
Yeah.
wants April Fools.
Pulling
Okay.
pranks on fools like you do.
No, you
No.
said
That's what
the
April
pranks
Fools-
pulled by fools, so the people pulling the pranks are fools.
Are
That's
the
what you said
fools.
first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I think it's
I
so
have no
not water.
response.
I think it's so not. I think it's so not watermelon because
Yeah,
I
it's
just
so
think
not
it's
watermelon.
cruel. I think there's enough.
If you're going to be cruel, like
Life can be a prank. Okay.
do it every other day of the year. Like don't wait for April. Don't be like it can't be March 31st and you're like, I have this great idea, but I can't do it till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
If
Just
it
do it.
happens to
Yeah.
land on it, then wait another day, unless it's like a
Yeah, wait
scheduling
another like don't
problem.
be like everybody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this economy with so many
Things.
those with the Dow
The Dows.
What do you
and
guys
the
know about the
Dows,
Dow?
yeah. The Dows.
Courtney,
First
come
of all, it's
on.
Dows, yeah.
It's Dows.
And it's
Oh my
definitely
God.
underwater.
Yeah, and what's happening right now? Like, are you kidding me?
Retirement.
Yes.
It's
It's hard. Hard.
it's hard. It's so hard with
Yeah, so in this economy,
Okay.
don't
and
do
the
April
prices,
Fools.
like don't get me
The
started.
prices.
Don't get me started on eggs
Ugh.
and
All right.
I
Yeah,
was at the
let's
store
not.
the other day and I saw that eggs were a price.
they
and
were
I
a
said,
price. Oh my god.
absolutely not.
That's
You
why
guys
Absolutely
don't. You
not.
guys don't even know
Courtney,
how much eggs are.
we are so in
Courtney,
touch.
Courtney gets it.
Courtney gets it.
We're relatable.
I do
That's
not.
why we have, you have to keep a pulse on these things.
Yes.
And that's
In this economy,
You guys.
when I was on my private island the other day, I was thinking about like,
that's the
this
best
is
place to
so-
think.
Yeah, thank you. And I
And
was
how
just
did you
like,
get to your private island?
private jet. And I was
Private
just
jet.
like,
Courtney, of course.
yeah, Courtney, oh my God. And I was just like, in this economy, how much is the pilot paying for the
In fact,
gas for
I-
the plane?
That, and is the pilot even getting paid enough? You know what I
Enough.
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And it's like, how many struggles do
Yeah, so the last
private
thing
You
we-
guys have
and
your
to bring
own
this
set.
back to the topic of
We
April
don't have
Fool's
any
Day,
struggles. You guys are so out of your depth.
Courtney, everybody
We're-
struggles. And like,
not
listen,
only
just
are
because
we
our
in
struggles
the depths,
different,
We
yeah,
have
we're
rich people struggles.
at the end of the day, we're all
Courtney, you
underwater.
just don't get it, do you?
You're so out of touch.
You
You're
gotta keep your
so
head
out of
above the
touch.
water, like the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure that on April Fool's Day that you just don't mess with the economy any more than it has to.
Yeah.
Like, don't toss eggs at houses.
Yeah.
That's the
So,
last
okay,
thing we
so
need
no
with
That's
the
eggs
the
in
price of
last
houses.
eggs.
thing. Like, yeah, with how much eggs cost.
You're gonna tell
like,
me
you
not
can-
to
So
toilet paper a house either.
Yeah, because
Absolutely
in this
not.
economy, we
In this
need to wipe our
economy?
ass. We
Yes.
need to wipe our ass.
Yeah, and we have to save that because of the Dow, Courtney.
The douse.
Yeah.
So
Dow,
April Fool's is
absolutely.
soda out watermelon for
It's
these
so not
reasons.
watermelon.
And
Yeah.
just think twice.
For reasons A to Z. We laid it all out.
Exactly. When we're in the red,
So don't, when
Yeah.
you're in the red, you're doing good though.
April
you
Fool's
must be
is so
there.
watermelon.
But yeah.
It's so not watermelon.
Yeah, soda out watermelon. Not in this economy.
Next topic, the substance. So watermelon or so not watermelon?
Kim,
What?
you want to answer first, honey?
I believe this is a new glow product of some kind.
We are not associated with such a product. We at one point had a green substance that got you into something, and then it
Mhm.
maybe stopped after a certain time period. And then
When
that's it.
recently did it stop? Recently?
I can't discuss
Did
these things
something
with you. This is
happen?
Did
internal.
something happen publicly that may have ousted
This
you?
is internal business stuff. And
Mm.
would we ever call something the substance? Maybe like the green juice. Yeah.
Well, whoever
Okay.
invented this substance that we're speaking of is a stupid bitch. And I think whoever thought that
Yeah.
this would be a good idea is like dumb.
Yeah, shame on those people. Like,
Yes. And like maybe, people should go to
and it's
SimGM Productions
crazy.
YouTube channel and see what can
Yeah.
happen
In
if
our
you have this
in our
substance.
universe, we heard from one of our
Britney
It's-
Spears.
yeah.
Oh.
It's crazy what AI can do to make people sound like somebody
Oh,
on the
please.
phone with voice changers. That's
Oh.
actually like, that's so
And the voice
dangerous.
changer wanted to sound like you.
Yeah, that's so dangerous. We do need to that's what we need to do, get those off the street. And as a lawyer, that's what I'm going to
Brittany
promise
went
to do.
through hell.
My
She sure
client has
did.
only ever been one person, and
Kim,
that's
don't
you.
don't do your lawyer speak.
No, don't you? Oh no, don't you try to turn like my client. Like, don't you turn this? No. Now the substance, like we were talking about, is dangerous, and I'm glad that for some reason it stopped
But
production.
I think sometimes what you can learn is a lesson of how to follow instructions, which is what I've always been very clear about with Glow,
Yeah.
Glow, Glow, is you have to follow directions. And guess what? If you
Yeah.
don't, danger can happen.
Right. That is true, but maybe such a product shouldn't exist for those side effects alone.
Maybe you should follow directions. You don't have to worry about the side effects.
You're behind it. Anyway, let's move on. It's so not watermelon. It's dangerous, and stay
Yeah,
away from it.
not
Brittany, girl, we're
watermelon.
thinking of you, but we're glad you're fine.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's so watermelon when you like look at the root of it.
Root, is it spaghetti root or is it like with the pan root?
Spaghetti doesn't have roots, first of all.
Kiss my ass.
Next topic, horror movies. So watermelon or so not watermelon?
I think we've all
So
done a
watermelon.
horror movie.
Yeah, listen, I love horror
No,
movies.
not that kind, the H kind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
still, so watermelon.
I didn't read the okay.
Both
Yeah.
so watermelon, but to be
Yes.
clear, the HORROR.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I think it's so watermelon, and I'll tell you why. One, because we enjoy doing those sometimes, every now and then. But
Yeah.
when it's reality stuff and we're dealing with real things and not a movie, not so much.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
supernatural ghosts and stuff.
Yeah, like when we
Yeah,
went on
I
a road
think
trip, that was different. Like we were dealing
I
with a
think
real
it
ghost
depends.
spirit.
Like, there's horror movies. There's so many different types. There's like psychologicalism,
Yeah.
and then there's body
Slashers. I like
There's
slashers the most.
slashers.
I think
Yeah.
slashers are my favorite.
You
Like
Those
the
are
80s.
so
you like
bloody.
gore.
I'm not a big fan of I don't mind gore. I don't like body horror.
Yeah,
That's
so
not what
like
I don't like
The
that.
Fly.
Yes, things like that. The sim fly, the
Mhm.
sim thing. I don't like things like that. But like I love like,
So like
Chucky. Yes.
slasher stuff.
Yeah.
That's my thing. And I like some good psychological ones too, every now and then. But I don't like being placed in one. Like we have to every now and then.
Yeah, like going through
Just like a
torture.
certain, slasher ones.
Yeah,
Most
Saw.
of the time.
That wasn't fun. To watch, yes, I'm sure you guys had a great
I'm
time
sure you
watching
had a
it.
great time. Luckily, we could regenerate as
Yes,
Sims.
exactly.
I survived the Saw one though.
Or
I like to
did
believe in
you?
my heart you didn't.
Maybe there's a behind the scenes we don't know about, or maybe a short will come out that like showed what actually happened when you escaped.
We should have Nikki back on the podcast sometime, and you guys could talk it out.
Yeah.
I'd be
Great.
fine with that.
So yeah, horror movies fun to watch,
Yeah.
fun to sometimes reenact, but being in them,
But to be in them, oh my
Mm-mm.
God.
Yeah.
No.
That's not
But
so
overall,
watermelon, but yeah.
overall, so watermelon.
I did like seeing Kim get a taste of her own medicine in Saw. That was
Wow.
great.
Yeah, that lotion.
With the lotion. That was
Wow.
great. Mm-hmm.
Last topic, waterbeds. So watermelon or so not watermelon?
So now watermelon.
So not watermelon. They're so dangerous.
And not comfortable. Like, who wants to
Yeah.
vibrate the whole
Yeah.
time when you're trying to sleep?
You want
And
to
the
feel
th-
like you're at sea while
Yeah.
you sleep.
Motion
Yeah.
sickness, hello.
Maybe people who have like who just came off of like a rocky ship or something for like months, and
The
then
worst.
they're like on a
Regular stable bed.
yeah, then they're like on steady ground, and they're like, oh my God, this is too much for my brain. I've got that vertigas.
Yeah.
And then they need to get on like a water belt that move so that they can feel a little bit more steady.
So they don't want.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Well, it's like to gradually get them back to regular.
to wing themselves back
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
But that's why I was saying a stable bed is because I was saying that they get on a stable bed and they're just saying like this just isn't the same. So we were pretty much on the same wavelength.
And those things can just
Wavelength,
burst.
yeah.
Shut up.
No, because that's water and electricity. That's different.
Yeah, but wave, come on.
You said wavelength. That's like
yeah, wave.
that, but yeah, that could be like radio or airways and stuff like that. That's different.
Chloe was trying to
Whatever.
be cool and you ruined it.
I wasn't trying to be cool. I was trying
You
to be
ruined it.
clever.
You brought it up,
Kim,
Courtney.
you ruined it and you humiliated Chloe.
You
I'm not
started
humiliated.
it.
You can't humiliate a fighter and survivor. Anyway, waterbeds
Or
so
I guess
not
it's hard to
watermelon.
humiliate a clown.
Waterbeds are so not watermelon because one
Because
time,
they have
out of
water.
one
water.
time, Kim had a waterbed and she
Don't.
had her ass.
Don't.
You know, we have big butts. She said like, this is gonna be fun, and she
I
laid
burst
down
the
on
waterbed,
it.
okay? I burst
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It
she
broke as
Burst
soon
it,
as I
did you,
sat
Kim?
on
You
it.
fell into it.
ass first.
Yes.
I
And you're like,
almost,
"Get me
I almost
out."
drowned. I almost drowned, and
Your
they think
ass
this is
drowned.
You
funny.
almost flooded the house, you mean?
Well, both, because it was a California king, and I felt that water pushed. Not only did I drown, it pushed me down out the window.
Yes.
You want to talk about riding a wave?
Yeah.
You're lucky the
wavelength.
pool was outside of outside of my window. in
Yeah, you
that
landed
house.
right into it. That was
Yeah.
so watermelon.
I
You're
almost
fine.
died.
But Kim, you're like
They're
a stunt
dangerous.
woman that day. It was so cool. Like, come on. Own it. You're a little bit of a
Yeah.
survivor
Shut
too.
up.
How
Okay,
did
then.
Shut-
Wow. Okay, never mind. You're just a
Chloe
dumb
was actually
bitch.
calling you a survivor. And you
No, she
brushed it
wasn't. She
off.
was
I
making
was.
fun of me.
No, I wasn't, Kim.
Yes, you are. You're laughing.
I don't know how you planned it, Kim, to land on the
I
And it
didn't
was-
plan
and
it.
it was
I was
awful.
literally pushed.
It was awful rewatching it on the security cams over and over, but I had to make sure that there was no damage done
Yeah,
to
we
Kim.
had to.
So I had
And
to
the
make sure
insurance
for the
company
insurance.
Also had to
Exactly.
review. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't
Exactly.
know why they kept the tape afterwards. Like, why'd they have to do that?
I don't know. Who's
The
Smartest.
me.
Me. Now we're doing the last segment called Who's the Smartest? We're given 2 random riddles and 1 random word we don't know, and we try to guess what they mean. Whoever guesses the closest is the smartest. The first riddle, we'll see if we can get this one.
I've so got this.
Jason is lying dead.
Amazing.
He has an iron bar across his back and some food lying in front of him. How did Jason meet his sorry end?
a bar fight?
Wow.
I don't know.
He has an iron bar across his back and some food lying in front of him.
Iron
Food?
Bull?
Food poisoning?
But what does that have to do with the
Like,
iron
because he
bar?
got.
Or is this like a pun?
Jason is lying dead. What does that have anything to do? Okay, so he's lying dead.
Jason is alive
Jason is lying
because
dead.
he's lying about being dead.
Oh, interesting.
But how did
Lying
he
dead.
meet his sorry end?
He has
He
he has an
apologized.
iron bar across his back and some food lying in front of him. They say the
He
word lying
couldn't-
a lot.
Yeah, they said it twice.
Yeah, I'm lying.
Sorry end. What do you think? Do you think it has anything to do with sorry end? Like the sorry?
Maybe.
Like, that's why I was like, he apologized for lying.
I said bar fight, but I don't think that's why. But it's just because I was trying to lean into the
Like,
bar.
what does the iron bar across his back have to do with anything?
I don't know.
Yeah, was he lifting weights? Or something?
Lying.
While
While
bar.
trying to
eating-
eat a sandwich.
Yeah.
Do you think it has anything to do with like food and like
Food.
what
Why
would the
would
food
they-
have to do with his sorry end and his
Yeah.
him dying?
And what does the iron bar have to do with anything?
I don't know. I don't know.
Jason, iron bar, food. What the
Lying.
Yeah, and the food is lying. That's weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I said
like,
I said bar fight, but I know it's not the answer. Nothing. So we're just gonna be like,
Yeah, we're just
whatever.
gonna.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're literally I have no guesses. Like, I just think, how did Jason meet his sorry?
Jason's a
iron bar across
dumbass.
his back, some food. Because he didn't reach, he didn't take the bar off. How did he? I don't.
He didn't reach the bar.
Okay, the answer is he is a mouse caught in a mouse trap.
Oh my god, that is so.
Couldn't they at least say cheese or something to give us a clue
I think
that
that
it
would
was
have been too.
But this
Obvious.
is still come
First
on.
of all, who names A mouse Jason.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah, why give it a name?
We're thinking of a human, okay?
Yeah. Oh my God. An iron bar across.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
that's
would kill it.
Yeah.
dumb.
A mouse and a mousetrap. Really?
Yeah, and
Jason?
a
Poor
mouse named
Jason.
Jason.
It's because they gave it a name.
How come they couldn't name it Mickey? Like,
Yeah,
Mickey is dead. He
something.
has an iron bar
That would
across.
have made it even better if they said Mickey. Okay. What kind of beans can you not grow in a garden?
Black beans.
Mm,
You gotta get
Darkness.
those
A
black beans.
mouse.
Jelly
What kind of?
beans.
Okay, so
Yeah,
okay,
jelly beans.
okay.
I'm pretty sure it's
There's
jelly beans.
Gonzo beans, jelly beans, black
Gonzo
beans, pinto
beans.
beans. Gonzo beans are is also like pinto bean, like chickpeas. But no, it's
How
jelly
can a
beans.
Muppet have a bean?
I don't know, but he does. It's jelly beans. That one's an actual like. If that's
Yeah,
not jelly beans,
if
I
it's
don't know
not
what
jelly
else
beans, then
it
it's so
would be.
stupid.
magical beans.
They'll say jumping beans or
Yeah,
something.
Jason
And
beans.
The answer is jelly beans.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
there we go.
Yay.
So I get a full point. You guys get a half
No,
point.
We get
we all agreed on. Unless you're
'Cause
doing like, who said jelly beans
you
first?
jumped me.
She did.
You jumped onto my answer, so you get a half point.
wow.
Usually,
Have you
that's
ever
how it
heard of
goes.
sharing, Courtney?
I am sharing. You're getting a half point.
Wow.
Third word, if this is even really a word.
It came from
What in the hell?
It came from a fan, I
This
think
isn't
so.
real. Are we wasting our time here?
No, I'm pretty sure they said it's a real word. So
Quit.
yeah, good luck, Courtney.
Quo mod de qua quizzing.
Quo
I just spoke another.
Did you just put a spell on us?
Yeah, I just spoke another language.
Quo mod duck.
Komodakunkunzing.
Exactly.
QUOMODOCUNQUIZING.
Okay. Now
Cuomo.
let's
I
break this.
Missed a
Do we think it
letter.
has something to do with quizzing?
Yeah, but quizzing what? A
I know,
Komodo dog?
right? But do you think it has some sort of quiz? Like, does it have
I mean,
to
if
do
it
with a
has
quiz?
quizzing in it, maybe.
Yeah,
It has to do with the
I think
test?
it's a quote on modern
documenting.
cucumbers quizzing.
Okay, well,
Okay.
listen, it's a weird ass word, so do whatever. To me, I think it has something to do with quizzing the ability of like some sort of like it's like testing almost, like testing how something can
I think it has to do with like splitting a document into 4.
possibly. I was gonna
Yeah.
say something to do with
I don't
documents,
see
but
quad in there anywhere.
QUO.
okay. I think it has something to do with like testing or quizzing in terms of like trying to like testing like to see like the efficiency of like I don't know like a system or like a program or something. That's what it sounds
To
like
make
to
sure
me.
something's
Like yeah, something that like documents data or data, whatever, however you
Yeah.
say it. That's
So
how
I
I
might
think
have
about
been
it.
right about quotes of numbers.
You said cucumbers, honey.
Yeah, you said
I was joking.
Okay,
Were
then what's
you?
your real answer, Courtney?
So maybe they're testing out the quotas of something moving,
Yeah, a cucumber.
like a
That's what you said.
modular or something, a mod of something.
Yeah, possibly, I guess. This is such a weird word.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right, well, we all gave our guesses.
Yeah, splitting a document into 4s.
Quizzing a data system.
Okay, it means making money in any way possible.
Oh, this is like chem.
Us.
No,
No,
it's
all of
specifically chem.
us.
Like if it's not safe, I wouldn't do it. But yeah, that's a very
Quomod.
so it's like monetizing. It's like a monetizing, but very
But yeah, but it
weird.
says like in any way possible.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So anytime you're making money, you are quomadaquinzing.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
any way
I guess so.
possible. Interesting.
Wow.
I'll tell you right now.
Where
I
in
will
that word does it mean money? Like
mo.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, I am never going to use this word ever. I don't even know if
Yeah.
we're saying it
I don't even know how
right.
to say
It's
it.
an uncommon adjective First
Yeah.
used in the mid 1600s by a
Oh my
stupid
God.
bitch
Yeah.
named Thomas.
So in the 1500s, they were saying, let's commoditize.
Yeah. We have to commoditizing if we're going to
Yeah.
get this paid.
Stupid.
Yes, and it is stupid. Anyway, thank you for that suggestion, whoever gave us that word that we will never use, but we learned something new
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
interesting, but nothing we would use.
interesting, aka like never gonna use it. Anyway,
Never going to use it.
anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. We're so happy to be back doing this, aren't we, ladies?
Thank you so
Always.
much.
Always.
It's good to be
Always,
back.
for real, always. You're happy to be doing that. Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else? Any parting words, ladies? I want you to get your
Why?
word
Because
in.
you're always going to say the last word.
I want you to get your word in.
And then will you shut up after we get our word in?
Thank you so
Chloe.
much for being so
I love that.
commoditizing for us with this podcast.
Yeah, because it makes us money.
Yes.
So thank you so much. And I
Thank you
just
so
want to
much.
say,
Go to sleep. Now's
Or
the
good
time to
morning.
sleep.
Or wake up.
Are you walking? Are you running? Are you driving?
my
It
God.
doesn't matter because you're listening to the
I think
To the
they're in the shower
Kardasim.
right now.
Mm,
Leave a comment if you're in the shower. Podcast. Yeah.
Waterbeds.